many psychologists think that trauma narratives are sort of imperative to a victim's ability to try to cope with what happened and kind of survival sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. Well, how? Can you explain that? What you mean? They're telling their stories?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It will help relieve some of the tension. And so we'll realize that Dale will never be able to fully recover from what happened, if that makes any sense.
I don't think about recover may not be the right word. The word is, we all carry baggage, So he carries some of this. And so do, I dare say, most Burundians carry it. But that does not mean you can't function. And it's not necessarily true that the psychologists are right, at least for Burundians, that retelling your traumatic stories is the right thing to do. It's certainly not, as I understand it, a traditional way in which Burundians dealt with trauma. And I've had some experience with a troubled Burundian who needed some help, from psychological help, but this direct approach, tell me your story, was absolutely the worst way to go about it, without any question. It really was. But it's also, we're not. When you're dealing with something as complicated and as the human psyche, that this is the most complicated structure in the known universe, and it's very hard to talk about what you could do in a very general way. And I mean, really, that's one of the things that's a little daunting when I think about the problem of mental health in a place like Burundi. And I know that Village Health Works is beginning to try to tackle this, but it's a big problem because it is expensive. It is often hard to prove, results and so on and so forth. But it's also hard to generalize it, because this approach may not work for all those people. I think that's true. That doesn't mean you don't try.
Yeah, it's more of an individual basis sort of thing.
I think it is. I had someone ask me about this book once. You never used the term PTSD? Why didn't you do that? And I said, well, why would I do that when I can describe things the actual problem?